Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren all around the world watching this video. Hope you're having a great day today as you're tuning in. Do yourself a damn favor. Hit the subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed here on True School Sports. Now, let's talk about, let's take a break from Wilder and Joshua for just 1 second. Just 1 second, because this is an interesting story in boxing going on right now. Amir Khan, man. Let's talk about him because he's in an interesting place in his career. It's the latter stages of his career. And supposedly, Amir Khan is considering the possibility of accepting a $5 million guaranteed offer from Top Rank Incorporated. Top Rank, Bob Merriman and them fine folks over there. He's accepting a $5 million. He's thinking about accepting a $5 million guarantee from Top Rank to have a fight with Terence Bud Crawford. That's right, Terence Crawford. Arguably the best fighter in all boxing, in the opinion of many, the most skilled fighter in all boxing. It's an interesting thing. It's interesting to think about because, hold on, guys, gotta get this freaking charger. It's an interesting thing to think about because, Amir Khan's supposed to be. He really should be fighting Kell Brook. That's a fight that it's been talked about so much on YouTube and by boxing fans that there really is no sense talking about it. It's been talked about for like 6 years now. But it was the fight that a lot of us have been expecting for quite a long time because, when Amir signed with Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn, the talk was he's going to fight Kell Brook, okay? It made the most sense. Like, who else was he going to fight on Matchroom Boxing? In the welterweight division, he's not gonna fight Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly might light his ass up, and Josh Kelly's a young prospect, and you don't think Eddie Hearn's not gonna put him in there with Amir Khan right now, even if he was, So that being said, Top Rank has made this ridiculous offer to Amir Khan because it's a known fact that Top Rank, as far as the welterweights, have such limited options. Crawford has already beaten Benavidez. He's already beat Jeff Horn. There is no Timothy Bradley anymore. There is no Manny Pacquiao anymore. There's the Kavaluskis of the world, but are people going to be interested to see him fight Kavaluskis? There's that. So he needs a big name at welterweight. He needs to make a statement at welterweight. And Amir Khan is a big name. Amir Khan is someone that I would definitely say it would be the biggest name of his career to date. Not saying the best fighter, but definitely the biggest name. So yeah, it could be a good opportunity for him to get a big name on his resume, have a big fight at Madison Square Garden. They're saying March 23rd on ESPN pay-per-view. I'm gonna get into the quotes and then I'll give you my thoughts. So here's what Amir Khan said about potentially fighting Terence Crawford. He said, I quote, "There are other fights out there at the moment, like pound-for-pound champions, that is on the table for me, and I think that that's a fight which might not ever come again in my lifetime. The pound-for-pound title is back in the welterweight division. It's Crawford. Crawford has the pound-for-pound title. I've got that fight right in front of me, so I want to take that one. It's either that or the Kell Brook fight. And the Kell Brook fight is always going to be there. He's not going anywhere. If I don't fight Crawford, Crawford won't be there again. That pound-for-pound title might not be there again. The world title might not be there again. There is so much in just that one fight," end quote. Now, what he's saying is true. Like, there is a lot in that fight. If he did somehow win that fight, it would put him in a very great position, but come on, man. Let's not kid ourselves, okay? Let's not kid ourselves. Amir Khan doesn't have a prayer against Terence Crawford if they fight. Not a prayer in the world against Terence Crawford. And truthfully, if he takes the $5 million and gets his ass sparked out of the ring like many are going to expect him to, then what? Like you're gonna fight Kell Brook, like fight Kell Brook now. Y'all are both on a bit of a winning streak. Y'all haven't really beat nobody. Like, you beat Vargas, you beat LaGreco, he beat Rabchenko. He's fighting this weekend. He's probably gonna beat Zarafa. So you guys on a bit of a winning streak. I've been wanting to see this fight, but honestly, I'm so sick of it to the point where it's like, man, like, if it don't happen this next fight, like I'm really just over it all. Straight up, most people are over it all. Like, truthfully, because the fight really holds no. Truthfully speaking, the fight really holds zero significance in the welterweight division. Neither one of them are top 10 welterweights. Because really, Brook's not a welterweight anymore, and Khan hasn't beat anybody at welterweight recently. So neither one of them are top 10 welterweights anymore. And, a win over each other is not going to do much for them as far as getting a title shot. It's not. The only thing to it is that it's a big fight, a big rivalry fight, a big domestic British fight where we know it's going to be a great atmosphere, and it'll settle the score once and for all. That's the only reason I want to see the fight. That's the only allure to it at all. But it's just interesting how you have Amir Khan, who would rather, honestly, take the $5 million and get his ass sparked out of the ring by Terence Bud Crawford than fight Kell Brook. He's ducking Kell Brook straight up. There's no two ways about it, because Terence Crawford is a top-ranked fighter. And the only reason, let's call a spade here on True School Sports. Terence Crawford and Top Rank and the parties involved on that side of the pond, the only reason they're offering Amir Khan the $5 million in the first place is because they know Terence Crawford can beat Amir Khan. They know he's going to beat him, and that's why they're willing to overpay Khan. You see, this is how Top Rank normally works. If Top Rank is putting a lot of money or a lot of stock into a certain fighter, and they believe there's a calculated risk that could really advance their career, they will overpay a fighter who's with another promotional outfit or promotional company. They'll overpay him, meet his demands, or overmeet his demands, so that they can get him in the ring, because they know that their guy's going to win, and it's going to put him in a position, better position moving forward in his career, and it's going to move him closer to being able to negotiate from a position of strength. That's ultimately, if you're a promoter or manager, your job is to put your fighters in a position of strength when they negotiate big fights. That's your job, okay? And to look out for the best, because that's your job, right? So, like, example, even though it didn't work out for Top Rank, Top Rank, they have put a lot of money into Alex Salcedo, a guy that was a good amateur. They were bringing a lot of his fights to Oklahoma City. This year he was delivering some really fun fights on ESPN this year, and they took what they believe to be a calculated risk by having Alex Salcedo fight Maurice Hooker. Maurice Hooker came on the road to Oklahoma City, fought Alex Salcedo, who was a challenger in his backyard in Oklahoma City, and Top Rank was fully expecting Alex Salcedo to go in there and put it on Maurice Hooker and get him out of there and beat him and win the world title. But that's not what happened. Maurice Hooker showed his class on the night, and Maurice Hooker stopped Alex Salcedo in his hometown on some gangster stuff. So, like, these calculated risks don't always work, but this one, I'm pretty sure this one's going to work. This one's going to work. And then, like, if Terence Crawford goes in there and he stops Amir Khan, which he will, then all of a sudden he can go run over to Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman and Spence and all these guys, well, they're saying like, well, you haven't beaten a big name, you haven't done anything at 147. Keith Thurman even said a couple times he hasn't beat a guy as good as Amir Khan, so now he's gonna fight Amir Khan, beat Amir Khan, and then he can go run over to that side of the street and say, hey, look, I just stopped Amir Khan. What you want to do? It's big. I got a big name on my resume. I got a belt. I'm the best in the division. I want the smoke. So that's what beating Amir Khan will do for him. It'll give him that big name to where he can go to that side of the street and say, look what I just did. Look who I just sparked out of the ring. And depending on how devastating he does it and how quickly he does it, he might even be able to say that he did it quicker than Danny Garcia or, whatever. He can go that route. I'm just saying, like, so these are things you need to consider when you hear Amir Khan talking about, I'm going to take the $5 million to fight Crawford. It'll be a good event. I'm sure in New York it'll do great numbers because Amir Khan is a draw. You'll get a lot of Brits that come. You get a lot of Pakistanians that'll be in the crowd. You get a lot of people that come to watch him fight. Crawford will have the people from Omaha come, and and then New York City is just a good fight town in general. So you get your boxing fans that just want to come to see boxing on the night. So I'm sure the event itself will do good numbers. Ratings do good numbers. Business wise, it makes sense. It ticks those boxes. But overall, man, the main idea of this video. If you don't take nothing away from this video, let's just underline it here towards the end. Amir Khan would rather take $5 million and potentially get his career ended by Terence Crawford than go in the ring and risk potentially losing his rivalry fight with Kell Brook. And to be honest, like, I used to be a big Amir Khan fan, and just over the years, like, just the more and more I hear him talk, the more and more I see how he handles things, the less and less I like him. The Amir Khan that fought Maidana, and all these guys years ago. The Amir Khan that fought even like the Devin Alexander when he was trying to chase Floyd around. That Amir Khan, like even back then he was delusional, but now it's just like another level. So I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Amir Khan would rather get knocked out by Terence Crawford than fight Kell Brook. Ain't that some shit? But let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.